Hello. Well, today is a vinyl day. I just went and collected this from the post office. They tried to deliver it yesterday, but I wasn't in, and there was duty to pay on it, import duty. So I went and collected it this morning and duly paid. What was it? The value of the order is $80 Canadian, and import duty, including a handling fee, $22. I'm a bit miffed about that. I've been lucky up to now, and most of my purchases have sneaked through. I generally try to keep them at $50 or less, and that way they seem to duck under the radar. Anyway, these ones I've had to pay for. It's not the end of the world. So what do we have? 2 albums. Bought them on Discogs, and they've come from a seller in Germany called recordsales.de, and I've used them before. We have Klaus Schulze picture music and Klaus Schulze transfer, which is a bit of a pun, play on words, trance. They take the vinyl out of the sleeves and package them separately. As you can see, they're very well packaged. I've got into this guy lately. I've been listening to a fair bit of Alan Parsons' project, and using a web page called Music Map, I keyed in Alan Parsons' name, and up comes a list of other artists that, if you like Alan Parsons, you may like this. Doesn't mean they'll sound exactly the same, but from surveys, people who like one often like the other. And I came across Schulze's name. I didn't know anything about him, but I soon discovered that he was a founder member, in fact drummer, for Tangerine Dream back in the 70s, a German band which we British refer to as krautrock. But he was a pioneer, really, of electronic music, which is something I'm starting to get into. So I've been steadily acquiring some of his albums, and these are 2 more. I've got some others here. Cyborg, Time Wind, Moondawn, Mirage. This one is under a pseudonym of Richard Van Fried. It's Tonweller. This was his final album before his death. Deus Arachis. That's a triple. Don't know how they fit it all in there, but they do. It's 3 albums. I think this one's a double. This is Milky Way, which was I think used as a soundtrack for a science fiction movie. So his music has varied over the years, and at times it's trance music, even at times techno, house, ambient. It's all modern progressive electronic produced on a synthesizer, and is fantastic listening. I'd say that one day he'll be thought of as a modern classical music composer, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So thanks to Music Map via Alan Parsons for introducing me. Since recording the first section of this video, I've had some new vinyl arrived, and these are all triple discs. So there's Continuum, Moon Lake, and Shadowlands, and each one has 3 vinyl discs inside. Side 6 on each of them has no music, but is smooth black flat with Klaus Schulze's signature in gold lettering. Since getting into him, I've expanded my interest in electronic music, and the obvious route to explore was Jean-Michel Jarre. So I have Oxygen, Chronology, Magnetic Fields, and Equinox. Now this is more poppy than Klaus Schulze and probably more accessible, and I've listened to quite a bit of Jean-Michel Jarre, and these are probably the only albums of his that I'm going to acquire. Now, I use a Roku for streaming, and I use the software Plex, and it will stream any one of my ripped albums from my laptop, and you will see that I have a great deal of Klaus Schulze, which I have downloaded from YouTube, and I use any video converter for that, which will not only download the YouTube video but will then convert that to an MP3 file only. I use MP3 tag editor to give them the album titles, album art, genre, year of release, etc. So this is obviously not quite as good sound quality as, say, the CD or the vinyl, of course, but it does give me a chance to dial up many of these albums that I'm now interested in and listen on surround sound. I have a lot more Klaus Schulze to investigate. He was extremely prolific, and I only discovered him after his death, unfortunately, earlier this year. He has released hundreds of albums, and I only have about 35, so I've got a long way to go. Anyway, that's my recent introduction to Klaus Schulze.